Ladies and gentlemen, let's focus our celestial spotlight on Venus, the unique and breathtakingly beautiful object in the dark sky. If the planets were a glittering roster of celestial superstars, Venus would be a top-notch superstar strutting its thing with a flaming flare. Get ready for an overview of fascinating information on this brilliant planet. Visit our website, make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to the Maya to see more content like this. The hottest planet. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, yet it is hotter than Mercury. This is because Mercury's atmosphere is so thin that all of the heat that could have been locked there goes into space. Venus's average surface temperature is 462 degrees Celsius, and there is no changes because Venus does not tilt on its axis. A greenhouse effect results from the atmosphere's thick composition of roughly 96.5% carbon dioxide, which traps heat. Earth's sister planet. Venus is referred to as Earth's sister planet frequently. The diameter difference between the Earth and Venus, which has 81.5% of the Earth's mass, is only 638 kilometers. Both have a crust, a molten mantle, and a central core. Atmospheric pressure. Venus has an atmosphere with 92 times more pressure than Earth. Venus lacks minor craters because it crushes tiny asteroids when they enter its atmosphere. On Venus, the pressure is comparable to that found deep within the ocean on Earth. Slowest rotating planet. Venus's slow spin causes one day to last longer than the planet's whole year. As a result, Venus takes around 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun once. Thus, a Venusian day lasts a whopping 243 Earth days. Its atmosphere rotates far more quickly than the planet, taking only 4 days on Earth to do so. The circulation of the atmosphere is a result of incredibly swift winds. The planet's rotation is slowed by these winds, which pull the atmosphere along the surface. Sparkling tail. Venus has been known to glitter in our sky with such ferocity that it has been misidentified as a UFO or even a far-off disco ball. The planet is the one with the spotlight savvy even from millions of miles away. Reverse rebel. Venus is the rule-breaking rebel in terms of rotation, whilst the majority of planets follow the leader. Its axis spins in the opposite direction from the direction of the Sun's orbit. It seems as though Venus made a cosmic U-turn just to stand out among the other planets. Cloud Couture. The upper atmosphere's quick photooxidation of carbonyl sulfide produces clouds on Venus. They keep heat in and create a dangerous greenhouse effect. Thick sulfuric acid clouds that start at an altitude of 28 to 43 miles perpetually cover Venus. Thanks to the reflection of sunlight by its clouds, Venus is one of the brightest celestial objects in our sky after the Sun and the Moon. Unsettling landscapes. Imagine a setting right out of your most fantastic science fiction fantasies. Immense fields of volcanic rock, majestic mountains, and vast basins. Don't leave just yet. With temperatures 2 times as hot as an oven and an atmosphere with 90 times the pressure of Earth's, the surface is entirely unsuitable for life. Venus is a blazing hellscape where surface temperatures may melt lead. Suppose you have a car over there only for a few seconds. Speaking of having a hot personality, the first mission to Venus was launched by the Russians. After being launched into space in 1961, the Venera 1 spacecraft lost touch with Earth. Mariner 1, the United States' first probe to Venus, was similarly destroyed by pressure over there. But Mariner 2 was able to measure the planet in 1962. The first artificial object to set foot on Venus was the Soviet Union's Venera 3 in 1966. There have been 46 space missions to Venus. Missions to Venus are part of the planet's exploration. In the coming year between 2028 and 2030, NASA intends to send 2 spacecraft on a Venus trip. The missions are Veritas and DAVINCI+. The atmospheric probe DAVINCI+ will analyze Venus's atmosphere to determine its composition. The majority of the mission's observations are anticipated to be made in the early 2030s. Nearly $1 billion is being spent by NASA on these missions. The maximum cost for each mission is about $500 million. A Venus orbiter project dubbed Envision has also received approval from the European Space Agency. The 3 missions are intended to transform the way that researchers examine Venus. Venus is similar in size to Earth and has an iron core that is similar in size, but it lacks an internally generated magnetic field. If one existed, Venus could provide information about the deep history of our own planet. Venus is constantly hot. Is it just a little too close to the sun, so that it never cools off, or was it cool before in the past when there was water or maybe life? The ice on Mars poles will melt if bombs are dropped on them, hastening the greenhouse effect. Musk predicts that this will bring up the planet's atmosphere to an Earth-like temperature to establish human livable conditions there. But tell me, friends, what should we do to make Venus's temperature incredibly cool for humans like Earth's?